Hello and welcome to Wish Innovation Adapting to Thrive session. My name is Mahmoud Al-Ashi, Head of Innovation at the World Innovation Summit for Health. As you know, innovation in health is important. And after this year, no one can say that health and health innovation are not important. We're all interconnected. Without a healthy population, individuals and economies are not able to function effectively. The healthcare market is the people and providers, is everyone. No one can say that healthcare or health innovation is not vital. At Wish, we believe that without innovation in health, we cannot improve the healthcare ecosystem. Therefore, we have launched two innovation competition to support entrepreneurs from across the globe to work together for a greater cause, which will help all of us to live healthier, longer, and happy lives. And so far, at Wish, we helped 128 innovation, all came to solve a healthcare issues affecting their lives and the lives of their loved one. Came with ambition to make the world a better and safe place. In this session, I have with me two bright minds who showcased at Wish Summit in the previous years. They will be talking about their innovation, the pitfalls, and their successful stories. Allow me to introduce them. My first innovator is Adabeju from Nigeria. She showcased at Wish Innovation in 2015. Her innovation is mother delivery kits, which contain sterilized products a woman needs during a childbirth to provide potential fatal complication. And I'm not going to talk more about it because I would like her to discuss it in this conversation. Just give me one more minute to introduce the second innovator. And my second innovator is Carlos from Argentina. He showcased at Wish Summit in 2016. His innovation is the Otor Project, which is a communication platform for speech impaired people that used image and environmental data, allowing the users to create a sentence in 7 seconds. So let's start with you, Adabetu. For the people who doesn't know you, or people who's joining us for the first time, can you tell us about where the mother delivery kit came from and how was it born?
So actually, Mother's Delivery Kit is a product that came out of the fact that we're trying to connect accessibility and affordability together in rural communities. In Nigeria's rural communities, you have about 50 million women, and that's where they live and work. A major challenge in this community is access to quality sterile supplies needed during childbirth. And it was while going on different trips to communities that I found out that women give birth on bare floors. They use their mouth to suck up mucus from noses of newborn, and they improvise because all the things that we consider basic in the cities, and many of you would even find very strange, those things are like luxury items. I mean, things like gloves are things like mucus extractor that cost just 50 cents. Those things are luxury items, and it's understandable because Lagos, which is the commercial capital of Nigeria, is where many manufacturing takes place. Before all those companies move these commodities into rural communities, the prices triple, or sometimes they multiply by even 4, 5. I mean, making them out of reach to many of these rural women. And so Mother's Delivery Kit puts together all the sterile supplies in a bid to ensure that women are able to afford it. And then we had an arrangement with birth attendants that help women make contributions to the use of the kit at every antenatal service. So it encourages them to go for antenatal because you continue to make contributions, you're able to split the payments for the kit. The kit cost about 1,000 naira, which is about $2. And so you are able to make contributions every time you go for antenatal. So if you go for 4 antenatals, you do 50 cents per antenatal, and then on the day of delivery, you are able to use the kit over a nine-month period. I mean, so that's what Mother's Delivery Kit was doing. Currently, we are in over 346 communities in Nigeria. We are in 30 out of Nigeria's 36 states. And then this year, we introduced baby cereals into part of the offerings that we're making to mothers and their babies because we discovered that by the time this the children we celebrate today, many of them, only about half of them will live to see their fifth birthday. Malnutrition is going to kill them. And so we started looking at having our own locally made cereal to be able to support babies to live beyond the first 1,000 days of life. And that's part of what we are currently doing now, given the COVID, given the drop in household income, given all the challenges to be able to access necessary nutrients for babies to grow effectively, as well as sterile supplies. So we're using basically the same supply chain lines that we use for our mother's delivery kit for our new product, which is also included in the kit.
That's really interesting, and I'm sure we would like to learn more about it. I know there is a personal story behind the creation or the born of this mother delivery kit, but let me go back to Carlos. And Carlos, I would like also to hear your story. So what was the cause behind the creation of the Otor Project?
So imagine if tomorrow you wake up as you're used to, but you cannot talk. You cannot talk with your wife, with your kids, with your friends. Exactly that is what happened to my own grandmother. And that's why we had created Otor Project. We had created an alternative, augmentative communication system for people with disabilities. That's the very, very, very spike of what made us create Otor Project. We have seen the lack of communication methods that are available worldwide, while we are having super powerful small computers that fit into everyone's pocket. So we have decided and take the determination of create a tool that understands the environment where the people is situated and allows them to communicate with the person that is in front of them or with people that is not closely around by social media, by WhatsApp. So in the very first moment, we understand that we don't have any speech impairment, adjust really quickly the communication as soon as we change environment. For example, now I'm in the office. After this, I'm going to the gym, and after that, I'm going home. So as we change locations, change the time of the day, change the weather or your agenda, you adjust immediately your communication abilities. So we had created a powerful predictive algorithm that understands the environment where the people is to suggest different images that the user only have to tap on the screen or use accessibility devices that we have already created for motor impaired people, allowing them to create a sentence and to be able to voice it out.
That's interesting. And nowadays there's more innovation, and specifically in healthcare, using artificial intelligence algorithm to help and support a lot of healthcare issues. So as we know that there's always the difficulties and challenges. So what are the difficulties or some of the difficulties you have faced during this journey?
That's a really big question. Almost a year ago. So just to give you like a sum up, we started with my brother with almost no capital to create the company, and during 3 years we managed to have 15 people in our company working with us. We managed to have a complete office, a floor, in a building. So we were super happy about all the progress that we have made in this short period of time. We are improving more than 40,000 people's lifetime with our technology. And I remember it was a Saturday here in Argentina. The weekends it's on Saturday and Sunday, right? So we were on Saturday having a barbecue with my brother, and we suddenly got a call, right? So my brother picked the phone, and I saw him like going down to the floor.
Yeah.
I said, "Whoa, what happened?" So one neighbor from our office building told us that there has been a robbery in our building. So in one day, in one night, we lost everything. All the computers, all the tablets, everything. So that was one of the main toughest point that we have to face as a company, because we are a startup, right? We have limited amount of money, we have limited amount of time, of runway and everything. And from one day to another, you are completely in zero.
Yep.
I mean, the only thing that we have left, it was the people that work with us. And thanks to the cloud, we have all the software in a backup there.
Yeah.
But that was one of the main difficulties that we have to face, starting over.
So thanks for the cloud. Adibiju, what about you? What are the challenges you face throughout your journey? You're muted, Adibiju. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so for me, I mean, Mother's Delivery Kit was started as a result of the death of my friend who died at childbirth. She died in the city. She had access to money, she had access to education, she had access to quality health personnel, and she still died at childbirth. And that's why I started going into rural communities. And I'm like, okay, these people are giving birth on bare floors. You know, that means that they need a delivery mat. Okay, they're tying polythene bags on their hand. That means they need a glove. They're using their mouth to suck out mucus. They need mucus extractors and things like that. I mean, they sound very simple. I mean, who would refuse a glove? Who would, want to continue to lie down on the floor, to give birth? You would think that those things are like normal. I mean, you should go there. They should be happy you are giving them gloves. They should be happy you are bringing all those things. But then, in my work across rural communities, I found out that they are wired differently. They think differently. Circumstances have made them so different. I mean, in terms of practices that have now become habitual culture and tradition. I mean, they now have firm belief in something and absolute doubts in so many things that you think are regular. I mean, so I get into communities and I find them rejecting gloves. No, they don't want gloves, because they like it this way. And I'm like, no, gloves can, prevent infection, can help do this. And they'll be like, no, but look at them. They've grown old, and they didn't die. That's all, if their parents gave birth to them without glove and they are still alive, I mean, their children can survive too. So all those behavioral changes are things that we consistently face in rural communities as we walk from one community to the other. And it doesn't also help that Nigeria has a lot of regions and a lot of culture and tradition. So there's no one cap fits all. It's constantly different. The stories, the cultures are totally different. There is a culture that says that, what's a delivery kit without olive oil? You need to have olive oil in that delivery kit in the parts in Nigeria, because they believe that, the priest needs to be able to pray on the olive oil, and the woman needs to be able to apply the olive oil on her forehead as she delivers. And that's what will save her from dying at childbirth. Not all the things you are bringing. So if you make any kit or circulate any kit without olive oil in it, it's not going, nobody is going to buy it. Or they're going to buy it and still go out there to go and buy olive oil. So that means that whatever we are doing for those people in that community, we have to include olive oil in it. Olive oil, applying it on your forehead, it's just faith-based. If you like it like that, no problem. But use the glove, use the delivery mat, use the chlorhexidine gel, use everything in addition to the olive oil, it's fine. You go to another community, you find that it's herbs. They believe that herbs can help prevent postpartum hemorrhage. And then we took our doctors there, they looked at the herbs, and like, these herbs are just steady, regular vegetables you use to make soup, but they believe that these herbs are things that can help, prevent postpartum hemorrhage. So they're like, okay, no problem. In addition to using misoprostol, no problem, use these herbs. And you see these women, actually, they believe so much in the herbs. And you find out that the birth attendants, the traditional birth attendants, people sell the herbs. You are able to choose the type of fish you want in the herb. You are able to choose the type of spices. It's just basically soup. But they believe so much in it that as they continue to drink this soup, on the day of delivery, they will not have postpartum hemorrhage, and that their children will come out fresh and chubby looking. How that works, I don't know. But because they firmly believe in it, and because we have seen that it's not harmful practice, we can say, in addition to the herbs, the soup, it's just basic regular soup. Use the things in our kits. So we have always tried to find a win-win situation with all the birth attendants that we work with, in all the communities we work with, trying to create behavioral changes. We understand that this will not happen by magic or by just the tap of the hand. This is a gradual process, and we continue to work on it as we expand to many more communities.
And I would like to ask now about the role of the friends and the family. I don't know if you are studying.
So in different areas in Nigeria, you have different people holding the power who decides whether a woman should, I mean, the woman hardly decides anything, especially when she's pregnant in so many communities and so many cultures and traditions. So in some communities, you find out that it is the mother-in-law that holds the power. So the mother-in-law decides whether the woman should go see a traditional birth attendant, or whether she should go to the hospital, or whether she should go see a herbalist. The mother-in-law decides. I mean, and then in terms of some other areas, people rely on the experiences of others. So this person gave birth at this place, and you look at her, she's healthy, she came back home with her children. Okay, so I will go there too. So those things, everybody else in many communities, everybody else are able to decide what they want to do with their lives, how they want to, where they want to have their children, except the woman who is actually pregnant. She's the only one that has to now rely on so many other people deciding for her when she should have a baby and whether she should live or die.
Great. I am going to share my screen because I have 2 slides, and I would love to ask you, Carlos and Adebiju, about your feedback. And just give me 1 minute, please. Okay, so Adebiju, I know that you have met the former President of the United States, Barack Obama. So first of all, I would like to tell you or ask you how this meeting came to light, and what was your feeling when you were talking about your innovation to Barack Obama?
Yeah, really surprised seeing this photo here. So the interesting thing is, we just entered the Global Entrepreneurship Week, and this meeting also was around youth entrepreneurship at the White House in Washington in 2015. I mean, and it was really awesome meeting President Barack Obama. I think that the lesson that has never left me since this meeting is the fact that there can be humility in service. I mean, service is about humility. I mean, he exemplifies servant leadership to me. And this was so strange because in my country, you don't meet the president this way. I mean, you don't, like how? What are you doing near the presidential villa? For what reason and how? Why? How would this even happen? So it was a big lesson in humility in leadership as well as servant leadership. I mean, talking to him and genuinely hearing him listen and ask questions about what I'm doing actually inspired not only me, but even my team back home then, as well as all the communities that were receiving. Everybody began to see more important value in what we were giving them. This was a game changer for us. It was a huge game changer. We had more reception in so many communities. I mean, so many people wanted to be able to listen or meet the girl who met Obama. I mean, that was just it for so many people. And you go to some communities, they'll be like, okay, so you're the one who met Obama. Shake me. I'm never going to wash my hand again and things like that. So it was really very, very, it was very amazing. It still gives me like I still feel that it's still awesome. I mean, looking at this photo and just thinking about myself 5 years ago and understanding that the journey has never been easy, but nobody promised us that it would be easy. We're only told that it will be worth it at the end.
Of course, I'm sure it's going to be always nice memory to go to. Now, Carlos, I know that you also have a lot of milestones. And the last one is this year, actually. You won the first prize in the health category at the Technology Innovation Pioneer Summit in 2020. So can you tell us more about it? Like, or how do you think your participation and the prize have helped you to move forward with your innovation? I think you're muted, Carlos.
Sorry.
No.
It's something that coming from a Latin American country to be recognized with this prize, it's something that it gives you a lot of credibility in terms of what you're doing as an entrepreneur, right? Mm-hmm. Many times entrepreneurs, community thinks that entrepreneurs are crazy until they really succeed in terms of technology development and impact, or until some recognized institution said, I will give you this award because it's something substantial that you are doing for lifestyle, for quality, right? So it's something that it helps open doors. So it quite help us a lot to have this prize, this award, this recognition, and also to be invited this year again to participate at Wish. That it's a real honor to be here and to be able to keep showcasing, to be telling our story, to be telling the people in the globe that technology can came from everywhere, right? And here in Wish, specifically, health innovation came from everywhere. As a country like Argentina, right, a South American country, and it's something that these kind of awards or places or showcasing opportunities is really important for startups and for entrepreneurs.
Definitely. And actually this year also we have loads of innovators coming from, again, across the globe, from 11 countries, all the way from the East, New Zealand, Australia, until we talk about America as well. So I invite all the listeners and all the people who watch us to go and explore the Innovation Hub and the website and the Innovation Hub in the platform and engage with them. I have a question from Wissal, but before I ask this question, I just want to carry on with Carlos and ask you one more question, please. Where do you see the friends and family comes in the entrepreneurs? Like, where do you let them involve in the beginning or halfway through? Can you tell us this relationship?
It's a really crucial question for every entrepreneur. From my experience, everyone that succeed has the family support. I'm telling about parents when you are like a teenager and you're trying to create your own tech startup or anything, and also when you keep growing in the adulthood, to have the support of your wife, of your life partner, of anything. It's crucial because it's well known that creating a company, a startup, and a tech startup, it's like go into a roller coaster, right? There are some times that you are going up, super happy, super positive, everything is growing, the team is supporting, and suddenly back down. So in those down times, it's really, really important to have your family support, because it's the one that keeps you up, that push you up again. And for us, in my personal opinion, it was crucial to have my brother involved as a co-founder and CTO, and I will be always thankful to my parents that support us in the very beginning, not only spiritually but also with money.
That's great. So speaking about the downtime and like the time when you feel down, I'm gonna go to Adebiju because I know that I haven't talked to you for ages now. So what do you do? Like, where do you get this motivation, the inspiration, the things that keeps you going? Tell us about it. Like, what do you do when you feel down? What is the thing that gives you this motivation to go and carry on doing or working on this innovation?
So sometimes, I mean, clearly, we all have down moments where we ask ourselves questions that, is this really what we want to be doing? Is this for how long are you going to do this? And is this really worth it? I mean, are you doing the right thing? Those questions are like very valid questions. They come out of the blue sometimes, and you understand that you give yourself to people a lot, and then you wonder about yourself, and you try to look for some of the ways that you yourself have to rejuvenate and things like that. So for me, it's as simple as a message from some of the people that we have served, or sometimes they even do videos and tell us, look at it, look at your product, if not for your product, I mean, look at the results. This is just so amazing. Thank you very much for this. I mean, those things, without doubt, keep me going. I mean, the photos of newborn babies, the videos of people celebrating because of something that we are doing, it just makes us never stop. I mean, engagement with things like Wish and different webinars that you're able to attend and different things just to provide support for yourself, because you give so much out to others, and sometimes we forget about ourselves and how to help keep ourselves in terms of self-care, and so for me it's sometimes just going back to those videos, watching them again and seeing new photos and touching base with the people at the community level and seeing so much progress. I mean, why would you want to throw that away? I mean, why? You think about what could have happened if you were not doing this, and so we just keep going.
That's great. So I have a question from Wisal. She's basically saying that she's a senior school medical student in Algeria, but then also she find out that she have developed a huge admiration to med and health tech, and she's wondering if you guys can give her an advice. What should she do after graduation of the medical school next year? So shall we start with you, Adebiju, since you're still talking?
So for me, this is kind of funny because you know that I'm trained as a lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah. So, here I am talking about healthcare. I'm talking about all the things that make me wake up early in the morning now, all the things I'm very excited to do. So I would say this, for me, two things. One, follow your passion. And the second thing, never ever let your degree, your educational degree, never let it put you in a box. Don't think that because you have studied something, it's the only pathway to be able to touch life and change lives. Sometimes you take lessons from that thing that you have studied and apply it into the new things that gives you so much energy and passion to continue to go on. For me, it's my sense of justice. It's that thing that law has given me. I do not like seeing injustice. I do not like it. And so taking that passion for justice into healthcare makes me continue to fight for women in rural communities and so many babies dying needlessly. And so because of that, I'm able to say that everyone has a right to life. Everyone should live. How we get around that, how we make that happen is the good thing. So I can combine my law with healthcare to be able to ensure that that right is protected. And so I would say follow your passion. Never let your degree put you in a box. Explore and just find your roots yourself. Just close your eyes and continue to find your roots.
That's a great advice. What about you, Carlos? From your point of view, would you? I'm sure the passion and follow your dreams is always. I think to everyone is the same. But do you have something else to add into that, like an advice to Wasa?
It's really difficult to add something about Adabi said. It's completely true. Follow your passion and don't let your degree make a direction. I have a bachelor degree in business communication, and I'm running a health tech startup.
That's nice.
So, I mean, I'm saying this because it's what life challenged me to say. Okay, you will be the one that develops the best alternative communication platform out there to improve people's lifestyle. So I completely agree. You need to follow your passion to find a problem that I know that this has been said many times, but it's completely true. Of course, there are ups and downs, but you need to find something that you care about to solve. In this particular case of this student, it already has some tools to go and face any challenge that they have, right? So they have all the physician's background to say, okay, I will see what I want to do with my life. Take it super easy, because it's not easy at all to find out that answer that she's looking for. But look for something that you care to solve and to improve. That's my feedback.
Thank you, Carlos. I know we are almost 9 minutes before the end of this session, so I would like quickly to ask you, what is the lesson learned from this journey so far? What you have learned from the very first day until now, where you stand, Carlos?
That's a question that has
I know
5 years.
I know
5 years.
true,
It's
true.
really difficult to narrow it down. It has many emotions and feelings.
So how about what is your one big lesson learned that you would like to share with the next innovators, the people who are joining us this year and the people who would like to join or become an entrepreneurs in the healthcare?
That that personally you can do it. Anyone can do it. My father is a farmer and my mom is an architect, and I'm leading a tech company in healthcare. We have 9 employees. We have operations in 11 countries. Uh, Fortunately, I got a proper education. It's really important to learn, and learn. Keep learning, keep studying, and it's really important to believe, personally, deep inside yourself, that if you want to do something in this ultra connected world, that we have all access to everything with our phones, you can do it. It's
Right.
something that if you see a challenge and you want to face it, do it, because you can.
For sure, for sure. How about you, Adebeju? What is your one big lesson learned that you would like to share with everyone?
Oh, well, since Carlos has said that you can do it, I think that maybe we should just bring this searchlight on the business part of it, which would be the fact that, I would say, listen to your customer. Always listen to the ultimate user of whatever it is you are producing, whether it is a service, whether it is a product. Listen to your customer, because it's the way to innovate, it's the way to disrupt, it's the way to continue to lead, and it's the way to remain consistent and constant in a market that is constantly changing.
That's really good. So I know that we have 5 more minutes, so that's great. Great. So I have one more question to ask for you. So if you have, if you someone came to you, for example, a friend of yours, asking for a direction, support, what would you tell them? Let me maybe rephrase the question in, and let's put it in different context. So if you have been given a chance to go back in time, and but with the knowledge you have right now, what would you do differently? Adebiju?
Oh, wow. Okay, so what will I do differently if I had the knowledge that I have now and I'm able to go back in time with the knowledge that I have now? I would say that I would have probably started this earlier. I would have, I started Mother's Delivery Kit in 2014. I would have started it earlier. I would have, with the knowledge that I have now, I would not have wasted the first set of time trying to just convince people to just, use these gloves, it's good for you, use this mask, you're not going to. I would have taken more time to engage directly community leaders, to engage directly the members of the community, to also find out more intrinsically what they really want, why they do what they are doing, and then draw that lesson to be able to now work collaboratively, more collaboratively with them. So for me, the lesson would be in having deeper interactions with community members. In the beginning, it was hard trying to create behavioral changes, just trying to, because I believe that, who would reject the gloves? Why would anybody reject gloves? Why would anybody reject this thing? But hey, so I think that that lesson going back, it's something that I would take with me.
Right. Thank you. Carlos, what about you? So again, the same scenario. If you have the same knowledge you have right now, and you've been given this one wish to go back in time, what would you do differently?
So, my super personal opinion, I will try to enjoy more the ride, enjoy all the experiences that we have left, that we have gone through. We have met. We have met the princess of Qatar. We have met the president of Argentina. We have met a lot of people, that maybe because of the context or the pressure that we have of being creating this startup, maybe you don't enjoy those seconds that you have, that it will more more easily. I will try to enjoy more the ride, and yeah, I think that would be the main thing.
That's great. So here you go, everyone. Basically, it's about enjoying the moment, enjoying this journey, follow your passion, keep going on your path that you like, and study more. And then I think that's it. Do you like to add anything, Carlos or Adabiju? Do you think you'd like to add anything into this conversation before we conclude? We literally have 2 minutes.
Just to close up, I will again, I would really like to thank all Wish organization to give a little bit back to the community of young innovators from our knowledge and experience. It's a really good job that you are doing, and I'm really thankful for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, and we'll definitely be connecting again. And what about you, Adabiju? Is there anything you?
Just basically to thank Wish for the constant support over the years. It's been so consistent, it's been so constant. They have always been a source of recourse. We always come back to you every single time. Thank you for the support you give entrepreneurs out there. It's appreciated.
Thank you very much for this session, amazing session. I really enjoyed talking. I will definitely be in touch again. And for all our people who watch us from home, thank you and enjoy the rest of the day.